Everyone, welcome to Learn VPNet. In today's video, you're going to learn how to create a new project in Visual Studio, add comments, and display basic output. I hope that by now you have installed Visual Studio Community as per the directions given in the previous video. Please ensure that you have Visual Studio installed before you start watching this video. Open Visual Studio, and as shown in the video, you're supposed to click on the option that says Console App and has VB written in the top right corner. Give the project a name of your choice. By default, the project is stored in C drive, but if you wish to change the location, you can do so by clicking on the drop down under the heading of location. Whenever you create a new project in Visual Studio, you shall see this screen. Follow the video and erase the paths shown. All of your code is written inside the submain function. This will be further explored under the topic of functions later on. To run a program in Visual Studio, you can directly click F5 or go to the Debug tab and click on Start Debugging. Before we move any further, I would like to introduce and explain the term syntax as it will be used very commonly in the video and other videos that follow. To understand the term syntax, let's take the example of the school. In a school, you're supposed to abide by a certain set of rules that includes wearing the right uniform. Similarly, in a programming language, there are predefined sets of rules for writing down lines of code. You're supposed to follow them, otherwise, you may encounter issues while running your program. Firstly, we are going to learn the method for adding comments. Comments are notes in your code that explain what the code does. They are ignored during the compilation of the program and are meant to help understand the code better. For example, you are a teacher and you have written down a program for your students. Comments can be used to add bits of instructions or explanations for your students to help them learn better. The apostrophe sign is used for adding comments in Visual Studio. Once you use the apostrophe sign and add text next to it, you shall notice that the text appears in green. This is an indication that we have added a comment. We will learn the method to display an output. Console.writeLine and console.write are the two main statements used to display the output. The difference between console.writeLine and console.write lies in how they display the output. There are three statements shown on the screen. Notice that when console.writeLine is used, each of the statement appears in a separate line. So to summarize, the statement of console.writeLine allows you to output all of the statements in individual line, whereas console.write allows you to display the statements in a single line. For this video, thank you for watching. Our next video is going to be about the topic of variables. Please make sure that you're practicing whatever you learn through these videos on a daily basis. If you face any issues, feel free to ask them in the comments down below.